Welcome back, my viewers and subscribers. I want to talk a little bit about Sergeant Marlon Smith and to let you listen to what Dr. Nigel Clarke, our Minister of Finance in Jamaica, has to say about the man himself. Um, if it's the first time on my channel, don't forget to like, comment, share, and press the notification bell so you will be updated every time I upload another video. It was family. Clarke saddened by tragic death of bodyguard. Kingston, Jamaica. Minister of Finance and Public Service, Dr. Nigel Clarke says he is deeply saddened by the tragic passing of Police Sergeant Marlon Smith, describing him as a dedicated professional. Smith, who was assigned to Clarke as a close protection officer, died on Thursday in a fiery crash in Trelawny. In a series of tweets on Friday, Clarke said he was still trying to process the tragedy as Smith became a treasured member of his family over time. Marlon was a dedicated professional and the finest gentleman. He was absolutely devoted to his job. He was knowledgeable, skilled, experienced, and always situationally aware. He was therefore a reassuring presence who became a treasured member of my family, Clarke tweeted. He added, Marlon exhibited kindness and generosity in abundance. He was thoughtful and gentle and possessed a great sense of humor. He was committed to his family and to his boys, and he cherished and celebrated their achievement. Meanwhile, Clarke noted that Smith was an excellent domino player who could make any partner look good. The minister ended his heartfelt remembrance by indicating that Smith will always remain in the heart of his loved ones, including those he worked closely with. This is what Dr. Nigel Clarke had to say about his bodyguard. And this is a real sentiment because he went on further to express his sympathy to the Sergeant family. This is a terrible and intensely painful loss, and my deepest sympathy goes out to Marlon's wife, his 3 sons, his grandson, and to the close protection officer community, and to the wider Jamaica Constabulary Force, tweeted Clarke. Prime Minister Andrew Holness also paid tribute to Smith, describing the late officer as one of the kindest, most considerate, and most genuine person anyone could have pleasure of meeting. He had a ready smile and an heart of gold, the Prime Minister said. Smith, 49, was piloting a convoy with Clarke when the Suzuki Vitara motor car he was driving collided with 2 other vehicles along the Cooper's Pen main road in Trelawny. His motor car was forced off the road and then burst into flame, the police said. Listen to something up here. I know accident does happen. Mr. Clarke says that Marlon was he was knowledgeable, skilled, experienced, and always situationally aware. And I have a problem now because he was situationally aware. That means he's always looking out for danger, but he could not see the accident. This is to show a lot of times were they chatting in the car or whatever happens, we don't know. These are some of the things. The skills in driving does not make you always a driver who can gear out of a crash, because at the ending of the day, this knowledge of a skill experience police officer, a bodyguard, is being killed. So a lot of road users should understand that while on the road, your focus has to be on your driving. You can be tired. Maybe you have drank something somewhere. You're skilled on the road. You have to drive with absolutely caution. We see a lot of these accidents happening in Jamaica, and this man did not live to come back to his family. And it's happening over and over on the road. When you listen to what Dr. Nigel Clarke says about his bodyguard, it's an absolutely great resume, or what you call CV. But at the ending of the day, it did not save his life. What has caused him to be diversional instead of situationally aware? We never know. I'm just pleading to all drivers on the road in Jamaica or anywhere in the world that you are listening to. You can't be too careful. That's true. But you have to be always aware of your driving. Who is ahead of you? Who is behind you? How near you are to the next driver. I am not a driver, but I've been in car for so too many times, and I try to take the test a lot of times, and I realize that their distance are never what they seems. And this is what happened. It's a tragic situation that he's lost his life. You understand? He's a bodyguard, and at the same time, he's an husband, and he's a father and a grandfather. My viewers and subscribers, there's so much to look into this man's professional and his fine gentlemanness. But on the road, something must have happened that a situationally aware man caught and crashed, and his car exploded. Once again, I'm asking you to share this and do comment on this video. I'd love to hear your views. Peace.